This is the Republic Attack Shuttle from 2009. As far as a toy goes, there's a lot to love here. I'm sure as you've noticed, there's this big magazine up on the top here, and when you press this little knob on the back, it shoots out a flick-fire missile. And yeah, it's not as accurate as spring-loaded shooters, but just slamming this thing and watching these guys shoot out is super fun. LEGO also turned this into a bomber by flicking these little levers here. You can drop bombs on each side. And there are 4 of these included. The cockpit can hold 2 pilots, while the interior unfortunately only gives you a seat for a single additional figure, largely because all of this room back here is taken up by this massive armor rack. Play-wise, I think that's the biggest miss. This shuttle, even though it is an attack shuttle, I still think it would have been nice for it to double as a bit of a troop transport. And lastly, the wings don't go any farther than here. Visually speaking, I don't think this looks too bad, especially for the time. Obviously, nowadays, we'd expect more detail on the wings, especially on the underneath of the wings. Some of these gaps would be closed up a little bit more. But the biggest thing, the biggest elephant in the room here, is that the in-universe thing is white, and for whatever reason, the designers chose gray. While it's far from the end of the world, I do think it just makes it look a tad bit odd when sitting next to other Republic models. This guy is simple, basic, and charming in all the best ways possible. Though I do prefer modern renditions of this figure, you just can't go wrong. Unless you take the helmet off. Feel largely the same way with this guy. And this, quite simply, might be the ugliest minifigure I ever owned. And that brings me to my biggest critique. This set is definitely lacking in its minifigs. It gives us seats for 2 in the cockpit, but only 1 pilot, and some additional battle droids or some other type of separatist forces here would have really done wonders to add a sense of conflict. Though it definitely suffers from a lot of the flaws at the time, this is still a really awesome toy, a very intriguing display model, especially if you're into sets from this era, and being the only time that LEGO has ever made this vehicle, it has a very intriguing element to it. I just happened to stumble across this set on Facebook Marketplace. To tell you the truth, I've never really gone out of my way to get it, though I'm very glad that I did. In spite of all of its flaws, I do really love it, and if you love a lot of these early Clone Wars sets, I bet you'll love it too.